Accessibility Confident Employers, ACE.
My name is Rachael Bedingfield, and I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the town of Kentville, and I'm also the staff lead for the Accessibility Action Plan. I'm a white settler wearing a white shirt, and I have long brown hair. One of the things that I love to talk about is how the work that we have done and the committee has done on how we actually implement the Accessibility Action Plan for the town of Kentville. There are two pieces to this. The first one being how we've set it up internally as an organization. So as a senior leadership committee, we commit and meet often around how accessibility fits within the work that we do. So I sit at a table with all of the other directors along with the CAO, and we talk about what does an accessible financial system look like? What does an accessible planning operations look like? What does accessible snow plowing operations look like? So really making sure that that lens is put on every single decision that we're made. And that involves policy review and a lot of training. And we also get evaluated on it in our annual evaluations from our CAO. How are we making sure that our work has the lens of accessibility? To make sure that the plan itself is implemented externally, we have an accessibility advisory committee, which is a formal committee of council filled with community volunteers who have a number of different abilities and disabilities as they choose to identify. And they're there really to make sure that the implementation plan happens. And so they're there both in an advisory capacity, both as content and context experts, and to make sure that the work continues. They also make reports and recommendations to council on advising where we should spend our dollars and how this work transpires in the community. And finally, they also provide lots of guidance in terms of how we communicate to the community on our successes and when we're looking for additional feedback. The impact and how this has impacted both our organization and our community. One thing to note is that we established from the beginning, and by we I mean the advisory committee, established that the process on how the plan was created, how we collected information, and how we engage with community and stakeholders is just as important as the outcomes themselves. So every decision that we've made along the way comes with intention and taking a pause, and how are we going to make sure that we continue to ensure that the process of implementation is accessible. So things that we've seen, certainly internally, there's been a cultural shift in how we view things. So once you start seeing the inequities and the inaccessibility of our community, that means that you can't unsee it. And so we're having conversations daily around, oh, this is the shift here, and we need to do this, we need to adjust this policy. And so it's a lot of certainly following the plan of implementation, but it's also, we see things differently now, so the work just needs to change. It's also shifted our community's expectations of us, which has been really lovely. So they're holding us to a higher standard of accountability for accessibility implementation. And it also means that we're hearing from people we've never heard from before. We have people coming to our meetings that we hadn't previously spoken to, people coming to our council meetings, and just general engagement. And there is an excitement in the community that is really great, and having everybody kind of understanding that this is the Kentville that we want to create moving forward.
Accessibility Confident Employers is a project of Sea Change Collab. Visit us www.sechangecolab.com. Funded by the Government of Canada. Financé par le gouvernement du Canada.